If this is your first time watching this series, I like to present all of the income sources that I have for each month as I enjoy tracking each month's progress. So thank you so much for watching. We're going to go ahead and dive into the YouTube analytics right now. We're looking at the month of July, 654,000 views. You can see a slight decline, but again, this is a good moment to look at the reality of my YouTube right now. I am significantly ahead of where I used to be, so I am incredibly thankful. Even though the numbers are going down from the past 2 months, I'm totally okay with that, because it's still humbling to me that 650,000 people watch my videos. 7,300 subscribers were gained this month. This is amazing to me. I'm still thankful for like every single new subscriber, that people enjoy watching the channel. And so we actually hit 40,000 subscribers as part of this channel in July. That is amazing. The growth has been very awesome to see, and I'm very thankful. So I made almost $6,500 for this month. Wow, that is so much money. And I can't thank you enough, because the money that comes from YouTube, I'm actually able to put into the house. I'm currently rehabbing the house I live in, as I think I can push the value when it's time to officially purchase it. And so all this money is going into being able to invest in the house I live in to improve it a lot, and improve it a lot for a lot of my roommates. And so I'm incredibly thankful for that number. So yes, $6,500 from YouTube. So let's take a quick look at some of these analytics. 8.7 million impressions. The click-through rate's not quite 5%. That's totally okay, because I have 8.7 million impressions. This is how many people were presented with one of my videos while they were scrolling through YouTube. I mean, that's a hard number to imagine. That's just so many. The engagement, 63,000 watch hours. Holy smokes, with almost a 6-minute average view duration. That is amazing. That still blows my mind that people are watching this long into the video. So that must mean I'm making entertaining content. By the way, it's totally a cool thing that YouTube does. I don't know if any of you have seen this before, but when your viewers on YouTube, it gives you a good idea of when the most amount of your viewers are on YouTube. So it gives you a better idea of when to upload. So that helps with the upload schedule and getting a lot of views right from the start. 82.4% of the watch time comes from people that are not subscribed to my channel. I don't really have an opinion on that. I think it's really cool that a bunch of people that aren't subscribed to the channel are becoming aware of my content. That's one way to really get out there and get your name out there, and it leads to subscribers down the road, definitely, as more people watch more of your videos. I know one of you wanted to see which countries consume my content, so here's that for you. 35% from the United States. And when you go deep into YouTube analytics, man, they have data on everything. This is obviously just like probably just a little bit a part of all the data they have. That this is just a little bit that they show you. All right, United States, 35% of views. But look at all these people. Look at the Philippines, almost 3%. Australia, I got a lot of Australian friends. Look at that. Then a lot of smaller countries that I've never traveled to. So thank you so much for watching. If you're from one of these countries, that's still a lot of views in 1 month from a lot of these countries. All right, now time to check out the revenue. 6,500. Look at this. The 31st, $265 in a single day. That's pacing really well. And for historical context, let's go last 90 days. I had a little surge right in the middle. There was a little surge, but man, this is really consistent. Very, very humbling to me that I'm able to make this much from making videos on YouTube. I mean, the growth is very clear. Just from January when I started to monetize, I used to get $30 a day and was super pumped. I've had over $300, almost $400 days, and now we're still at the $200 to $250 in that average every single day. That's super dope, and that's why I'm able to get that estimated revenue, or excuse me, for the revenue for the month so high. And CPM, you can see 21. By the way, I want to show you all one thing. If you want to really hack the YouTube algorithm and hack the system, so you guys know which videos I make, but let me show you something. There was a video about a certain someone with the nickname of KD. And let me show you how much I made on that video. This is why, not analytics, sorry. This is why people make the make money online videos. So for this single video, I have a $53 CPM. For reference, for those of you who do not know what that means, CPM is the amount of money you make per 1,000 views. And a lot of your favorite YouTubers, if they're entertainment, if they're vlogging, a lot of people with a lot of subscribers get like $1 CPM. Like if you're into music, it's like $2, $3 CPM. So $53 is insane. And so just a little note for you out there. If you're interested in making YouTube videos, if you're kind of in line with like you want to make money, you want to do it to make money, the niche is the absolute most important factor, because that video's only at 24,000 views, only 24,000 views, and it made me what, like $700, I think it said. That's insane for 24,000 views. There's people that need 5 million, 10 million views to attain that type of revenue. So wow, that's just a little tip for you out there if you're curious about, what type of content to make. All right, so we covered YouTube. Let's get into the personal finance. So for those of you new, I keep track of all of my income, had the YouTube revenue. I'm still receiving unemployment because I'm furloughed from my job. This month was actually a really rough month. I basically have a 7-bed, 5-bath house here in Las Vegas where I rent the rooms. It's a pretty big house, and I rent for a little under market. The people that move in, they're getting a furnished place, all utilities covered, so it's a very fair deal. I make pretty good money from it. However, this was a tough month as I had a lot of money didn't come in really since about April, May, June, July. I have not been receiving as much money as I should be for obvious reasons, and I know that there are a lot of people out there struggling, so this is certainly me not complaining. It's just a matter of just we're all going through a difficult period of time. You can see this number right here, but I'll show you in a second that I actually spend almost all of my money. So it's not like I'm growing a huge fat bank account, but I am earning pretty good money. I mean, this is very humbling to me that I am consistently earning, somewhere in the ballpark of $10,000 to $15,000 a month, and that's with this moment in time for me is kind of at the low in terms of income. Like I see my income getting drastically higher. 12 months from now, I could see this easily doubling. So this is by no means a complaint. I'm just simply showing the numbers to you. There are others out there struggling, and some people are struggling to pay rent. And part of living here is I'm an easy landlord, so I allow late payments. I do not charge any late fees. It's kind of more of, get it to me while you can. Thankfully, this garage unit tenant has been struggling all year. Haven't been able to get him out. Can't evict because of what's going on. That is the law right now in Las Vegas. However, I was able to do some yard work and charge him for labor. So he was able to pay me back a little bit that way. He still owes me a lot more. But what you find with this kind of strategy, for some of you out there, you might be becoming aware of the house hacking or rent by the room, which is something that I'm a big proponent of. It takes a certain type of landlord, and you really have to, you get confronted with so many problems, and you have to come up with solutions all the time. You're dealing with a lot of personalities right now in the world. We've got people losing their jobs, people not getting as many hours, people aren't feeling as well, and all this stuff, and you're just confronted with a lot of problems, and you got to deal with it. And it's very profitable. However, there are a lot of headaches that come along with it. And for those of you who are new to this, I keep track of like every single payment, expense, income, everything. I would highly recommend doing this for your personal business if you don't run a business, if you're not a business owner, because this helps you track where all of your money goes so that you can figure out where you need to spend more wisely. If you feel like you're spending all your money, this will give you a chance to actually see where the expenses are going. As you can see, $8,000 spent this month. I'll show you why. So here's the other chart for the house. I was down almost $4,600 for the month of July. How the heck did that happen? Well, I spent a lot of money. So I've been doing a lot of upgrades to the house. I spent almost $6,000, and then today I spent almost $2,900 on the house. I am doing a lot of upgrades. I'm buying the house. I'm under contract to buy the house for $300,000. And recently there's been some comps in the area that are going $340,000. I saw one house listed for $410,000, which is a pretty similar comp to mine. And so I'm starting to think that maybe I could push that $350,000 or above when I go to purchase. I'm on a lease contract, or a lease purchase agreement for those of you who are in real estate. And I am in the process of purchasing the house. Once I get my job back, I will go through with the appraisal and purchase. And so I'm thinking to myself, man, if I could put $10,000 to $20,000 into this place, make it super nice. I could push that appraisal. I only owe $240,000 on the mortgage, so if I can push it to $350,000, I could still have 20% equity and get roughly $30,000 to $40,000 at closing. So for me, I would much rather put a lot of money into it now, even if that means depleting all the money I have, and so that I can vastly improve the property, make it much more enjoyable to live, make it easier to get roommates. I think I can push rents in all of the units. I actually have an idea to upgrade my garage unit, and it's currently rented right now. However, I think I can upgrade to an Airbnb quality, and that would push what I'm getting now, $500 a month, which I'm not even getting. I could probably push to $1,500 a month, which would push that income for this property much higher. And so I'm all in right now on making this property, improving this property. And when you're a real estate investor, this is just what you do. You put a lot of money into properties. It's a risk, right? You put the money in, you hope that you get the value out. I believe I can. And so I'm really excited with that process. It's been taking up a lot of my time, and I think is going to pay off in the long run. So I think that's it. This is just an off-the-cuff video. I don't really have anything scripted. I thank you so much for watching, and please leave comments on this video. I know the last couple, some of you have left really good comments for certain data that you want to see that I'll show. And so I'm going to keep doing this every month. The purpose is to track the progress. I really think it's cool when people, track their progress as they're improving their lives financially, and you can track that. You can see month to month where they're heading. And so I want to do that for you. I really have aspirations of making something like $100,000 a month within 2 or 3 years. I think I can achieve it. I'm pretty confident I will be able to achieve it. And I think it'd be really special to track every single month. So that's the purpose of this. I hope it's not only valuable, but entertaining to you. Thank you so much for watching.